I squatchy are you? I squatchy are you? Tony's chut chut. Tony's chut chut. My name is Ben Charles Jr. from the Lower Elwha Clallam tribe in Port Angeles, Washington. Way up north. Clallam stands for strong people. I have a large blood family, but I have an even larger chosen family. I see a number of them here today. And if you're here, now you're stuck with me. Respected elders, honorable veterans, family of our lost and fallen loved ones. My friends, my family, it's an honor to be here with you today as we get to have and celebrate a memorial on a beautiful day. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out of your lovely weekend, enduring all the great challenges of exercising our patience with traffic and fun drivers. We're going to go ahead and start with a You may be seated. I love that we have our young people here with us. In Native territories, everyone loves to use the catchphrase, everything we do is for the next 7 generations. And when I hear people say that, I challenge them. And I say, what are you doing for this generation, though? Because if we don't start doing for this generation, we won't have future generations. Well, I might take that back. We'll have future generations. We won't have good, honorable future generations. And I love seeing our young people here. And I love seeing that you all are taking the time to model to our young ones the way things should be. The way that we need to start to keep memories of those that stood on the wall for our freedom. I love how people want to exercise their different freedoms in different ways, but I love that we support our troops and our veterans, and we model that to our young people here today. We have a number of people here today that are going to share some words. And I love looking and seeing at all the different flags. Thank you, officers, for being here today. Thank you to all the first responders that are here in your different capacities. I want to call our dear brother Dick Murray forward as he shares some words with you today.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Dick Murray. I happen to be privileged to be the state representative from the 28th District, which is southwest Pierce County. Actually, just start the borderline, so it's just the other side of the city of Roy. So it's I used to represent the Roy area when I was on the Pierce County Council. I come here to address you as both as a state elected official, former county official, former school board member, but even more proudly a member of the United States Air Force for 22 years. I got stationed here, got commissioned in 1975, got stationed out here in 1976. 1977, I met the love of my life, got married, 39 years, happy wife, happy life, still out here, never went back to Massachusetts. But what I'd like to talk to you today is a little bit about Memorial Day. You know, this is where we all remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. For me, I flew the, you saw the C-17 fly by earlier. If they had come here at noon, that would have been perfect timing. But I flew the C-141 cargo aircraft for 22 years. There might be some soldiers here that jumped out of my airplanes. Thank you. Something I never had the opportunity to do. Perfectly good airplane. Thank you to those guys who were willing to do that. But twice during my 22-year career, I had the most difficult part of being a squadron member was when we lost 3 different aircraft and everybody on board. 1980, Operation Bright Star, we had a 141 that had a tragic accident. Pilot error, but that's what happens when you're not, perfect. Unfortunately, 13 people died, including 6 members of my squadron. And the aftermath of that was a really tough decision. It was 2 years before I could get out in 1982, and it really hit me hard on how dangerous it is being in the military, whether it's in war or training to go to war. It even hit me harder in 1992 when my last day in the squadron, November 30th, 1992. And because of that being my last day in the squadron, which was also happened to be my 39th birthday, they kind of took me off the flight schedule that night for the training mission. It was supposed to be my Finney flight. And unfortunately that evening we had 2 of our airplanes collided into each other. Some people might remember that accident who were in this area. Both those airplanes fell out of the sky. All 13 members of my squadron perished. I remember getting a call that evening at 9:32 p.m. from our operations officer. I was the chief navigator, performing casualty notification teams to go out and notify the families of what had happened. That was really, really incredibly hard. Because remember, that had already been on the news about the accidents. And so when you show up to this person's house, they know it's not for a good reason. When you show up yourself, I was a lieutenant colonel at the time, a chaplain and a medical officer, to give notification that your husband, your son, had perished. And I will always remember that day and the following ceremonies and how we talk about it, but that's what Memorial Day is for, to go back and to remember what we did. I was fortunate to also give a speech, and we talked about the next generation. On Wednesday, I was the guest speaker at the Clover Park High School, where they have this big ceremony remembering all the fallen. They put out markers for all 6,700 plus people who have died since 9/11, the global war on terrorism. And that was really nice to see our high school, the Clover Park Air Force ROTC people, lead that effort. It's really nice when we can get back into the schools and get back into the culture of service above self, and service to our nation, and service to the people that defend our freedoms. As I'm preaching to the choir here, as people who served overseas, America is the last bastion of liberty. This is where people look to the world for leadership in protecting the freedoms and liberties of not only our own country, but the rest of the world. I wear this bracelet. I get this from my friend PK Thumby, who just came back from Kenya. He just spent 3 weeks there. He's now a U.S. citizen. And I sat with him for 2 hours yesterday talking about his trip back to visit his family. He's been in this country 6 years, served in the U.S. Army a couple of years. He says, you know, you Americans really don't understand what we have here. You know, in Kenya, the fact that he's now a U.S. citizen, he is deemed and glorified as being the ultimate person in his village where he goes back to. Because we are the place of opportunity and freedoms and the protection of freedoms. In fact, in the United States, and this is an interesting number, we grant citizenship to 1.2 million people every year through legal citizenship. And that doesn't include people born here who get automatic citizenship through birth. The reason why that number is important, the rest of the world combined, the other 199 countries out there, grant citizenship to foreigners 600,000. So we grant citizenship to twice as many people as the rest of the world combined. And my friend PK, I said, well, what do you think about immigration? He says, well, we need immigration. It's what makes our country great, but we have to have it at legal, orderly means. He says, believe me, if you open the doors, half of Kenya would be here tomorrow. That's how great of a country we are. And it's more than just, it's basically our freedoms and opportunities for everybody to achieve their best. And of course, I would love the fact that a lot of our immigrants who come to this country gain citizenship like he did through service in the military. And I think that's the ultimate. The ultimate patriot is somebody who is that 1% right now who are currently serving in our country. Eventually, up to between 5 and 6% of Americans will serve in the military. But if you think about it, we're a minority among Americans. Fortunately, we live here in the Joint Base Lewis McCord area. We have a lot of people. We have 55,000 people out of JBN receiving paychecks. We are fortunate in that our community is blessed with a plethora of veterans, people who then go on to serve their community in other ways. Love seeing here, we've got the VFW, we've got American Legion. I'm not sure if I'm leaving anybody else out. I'm actually the past president of the Military Officers Association of America, Mount Rainier chapter. Next month I become the commander of the Military Order of the World Wars, another patriotic organization that works hard to memorialize and support veterans, support ROTC, support our youth through the Northwest Youth Leadership Conference. We also, on the last Saturday in February, and I'll make sure everybody gets invited, that's why I'm trying to gather more email addresses and Facebook sites, we put on every year a thing called Washington State Patriotic Day. We honor our first patriot, George Washington. We celebrate his birthday, and we have a big free event there. And we used to be called the Massing of the Colors, and we bring units and everybody. I hope that we can get people to come to this, and I'd love to see everybody here support that event. Thanks for allowing me to give a few words here at this Memorial Day event. We've got beautiful weather. It's not raining. It's not too sunny. What a beautiful place to do this. And I want to thank everybody also who's involved in maintaining this cemetery. We do have a lot of these types of cemeteries that aren't maintained and become overgrown and become neglected. And I'm glad we have a nonprofit association that's willing to step up to the plate. Because ultimately, this is where our forefathers and mothers and sisters and brothers are buried. We need to take care of their final resting place. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, sir, for your words, for your service, and for being a servant to the people in multiple ways. My goodness. I love the history that he shared as well. That's what I appreciate coming to events like this. We get to learn more. Anybody still learning out there? Oh my goodness. I have a lot to learn. I have a long ways to go. Our next speaker is a dear brother of mine, Alan Acosta. He is a candidate for the House of Representatives. Is a candidate. District 22, the Olympia area. And what I appreciate about my brother is he's been serving down on the streets with Crazy Faith for years. He's been boots on the ground for years. He's not just out there for a photo op. He's served our veterans for years, youth for years, all of our communities for years. And it's an honor to publicly endorse my dear brother Alan Acosta from Crazy Faith. We endorse him wholeheartedly, and we support him in any way, shape, and form. So, brother, can you come and share and encourage our dear family out here? Alan Acosta.
Again, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. This day means a lot to a lot of our veterans. It's also a time, a weekend of healing. Some closure for us, closure for me. And I appreciate sharing these moments with all of you. And again, thank you for coming out. So if I can have you guys all stand, we're going to go over the roll call for 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry, 3rd Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division. Specialist Juan Alcantara. Staff Sergeant Stephen Bridges. Corporal Romel Catalan. Private Julian Diaz. Sergeant Chadrick Domino. Specialist Justin Garcia. Specialist Kareem Khan. Specialist Roberto Lopez. Corporal Nevin Marira. Sergeant Juan Navarro. Specialist Philip Schiller. Specialist Christopher Wesley. Specialist Joseph Blickerstaff. Private Brandon Buttry. Staff Sergeant Rusty Kristen. Private Michael Dermisco. Specialist Daniel Dolan. Sergeant First Class Alexander Fallstone. Sergeant Nicholas Gummersaw. Staff Sergeant Hector Leja. Sergeant First Class Guillermo Morales. Specialist Robert Maroney. Specialist Nathan Perkins. Staff Sergeant Jacob Thompson. And Sergeant Lucas White. If you could remain standing, we will now have the presentation of the flowers. Gold Star families, you may now approach the memorial. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you, brother. This next dear brother, he's definitely part of a family that's very close to my heart. He models serving the community. Not long ago, he was serving down on the streets with us. My dear brother Gary, his son and his grandson, 3 generations serving down on the streets of Olympia. It's an honor to have Gary come and share as he is unveiling the Second Soldier Cross Memorial, AHP Second Soldier Cross Memorial. And Dennis Goslin as well. Gary and Dennis.
2 of our Vietnam veterans.
2 of our Vietnam veterans. Thank you, brothers, for unveiling this carving. My goodness. Detailed carvings, detailed work. So many of our loved ones are multi-gifted, blessed in so many ways. That's what we get to see down on the streets in Olympia and the different places that we get to serve. We have a number of our veterans that feel displaced. They may feel displaced, but they're not forgotten. We're there with them. We're there for them. I know sometimes they may feel invisible, but I pray just by us being there, encouraging them, lifting them up, that they're feeling not only seen, but loved. That's what they're needing. Sometimes people think that they need to go fix people. I don't know that anybody needs fixed, but when we're available to each other, encouraging each other, loving each other, giving more real hugs. If you're within a 10-mile radius of Crazy Faith or Hero's Promise or Libertarians or all our folks here, you're probably going to get a hug. If you're not a hugger, you might be in the wrong God-loving place. But we need those. I'm just going to ask those that have lost a family member, a loved one, a friend that served in the military, can you please stand up? The ones that are standing, we need to give these folks more hugs today. Their hearts are heavy. Their memories are swirling today as they're remembering their loved ones. As we stand united, not divided today, I pray that brings peace to their hearts. It doesn't have them forget their loved ones, but it brings peace to them, that they know that they're supported and that they're encouraged and that they're loved. And that we're saying, we're here with you and we're here for you. Thank you for standing. You may have a seat. Memorial Day. I know we designate it as one day, but those that were standing, those that are here, Memorial Day is every day. And I pray that as time goes on, that their hearts are comforted so that they can continue the journey and continue being a light to others as their loved ones would want. We want to raise our hands. In the Coast Salish territory, we say we raise our hands to you. We say thank you, we love you. That's what it means. And I raise my hands to our gold medalist families. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I raise my hands to Heroes Promise. My goodness, look at this. When I was younger, well, I wasn't that tall. I'm not that tall to begin with, but I might have been about this tall. I served, my blood comes from way up north, but I grew up here in Nisqually. And when I was 13, they hired us young people. They had us go to the Chief Lachey Cemetery and do cleanup. And now it looks beautiful like this, but back then, there was scotch bloom the size of trees. I don't know who on earth planted that stuff. Everyone in America is allergic to it. Might be their plan. I don't know. But these scotch bloom were so huge. They gave us machetes at first, and it was only took us about a year and a half to cut one. And so some idiot said we should give these guys some chainsaws. Woo! They exercised crazy faith in giving us chainsaws, I tell you. We made it though, with all our limbs and everything. But I'll tell you, it takes hard work to maintain these grounds. And I want to say thank you to all of those that have taken the time to come here. And I know at times during the hard, long hours, it may feel a thankless job, but it's not. We're throwing prayers your way as you're working out here. It's not unrecognized. And we really appreciate all of your time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into these grounds, because I know that the families, as they come and look over the years, they notice this transition, and it works on their heart. I want to thank all of you again for coming here today. Our color guard, our honor guard, elders, veterans, elected servants to the people. Thank you for taking the time and being here, and not forgetting about us, the regular people, but taking the time out of your days to be here with us. We appreciate that. Sometimes elected officials get a little frustrated with me because people call them leaders, and I call them servants to the people, because that's the oath that they take. And I love when I see elected servants to the people here with everyone else. It encourages not only us, but again, it's modeling to these young people, because if we say our young people are the future leaders, we need good models showing our young people ahead of time what to do. Jackie, can I have you come and share? She's from the American Legion.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. Hi, my name's Jacqueline Gu. I'm with the American Legion, Post 204. Oh. Oh, you can hear me. Barely. Can you hear me back there? Raise your hand if you can hear me. All right, they can hear me. Okay. My name is Jacqueline Gu with the American Legion, Post 204, which happens to be an all-female post. All right, I'm also the area vice commander for that legion. So I run all King County. Yeah. So I was asked to speak today about what it's like, well, I'm not a Gold Star member, family member, but what is a Gold Star family member, and how important it is to, well, I'm a little nervous, sorry, and how important a Gold Star family member is to us. And I'm speaking to you as a mother of 2 sons who are in the military, and as a dependent wife of a husband who is in the military, who's retired, and again, as a veteran. So I guess I have the trifecta. So my son who's a Marine, I had a son who was in the Army, myself Navy, my husband Navy. So if I had my other son join the Air Force and one in Coast Guard, I would have had all the flags. So that was my goal. So anyhow, you know, they consist of fathers and mothers, grandparents, sisters, brothers, children of our fallen. When I was reading about the history, I was totally amazed to read about the strong women and wives who came together and formed the group. Then I came across a short blurb about a mother of 5. Her name was Aletta Sullivan. Now, I don't know if you heard of this woman. Some of you may have. Well, it brought me to tears. And she had 5 sons, and all in the military. And yes, all 5 died. I can't imagine 1, let alone 5. She lost them during the naval battle of Guadalcanal. It's extremely important that our heroes are not forgotten. You know, it's really nice that we are all gathered here today to celebrate the Memorial Day, to thank those who have served our country. We are so fortunate that we can do this on Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Armed Forces Day, Flag Day, and 4th of July. We who are all standing here today can do this, while our Gold Star family members, who but just one have a memory to hold on to their son's daughter, mother, father. And it's important that we honor our Gold Star family members and our heroes, not just today, but every day. They are our family and will always be a part of our family until we're all asked to be called home. We have to remember, we have a saying in the American Legion, family first. Remember that, family first. And with that, there's a prayer I have. It says, I'm free. Don't grieve for me, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took his hand when I heard his call. I turned my back and left it all. Perhaps my time seems all too brief. Don't lengthen it now with undue grief. Lift up your heart and share with me. God wanted me now, he set me free. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie, for sharing that information. Memorial Day, it says, is an American holiday observed on the last Monday of May, honoring the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. It originally was known as Decoration Day. It originated in the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. The Honor Guard will be at Percival Landing tomorrow at 1300 hours. On Monday, they'll be at the Capitol grounds at 11 o'clock. Feel free to join on either of those days or both of those days. We're now going to go over to the flagpole. The Cub Scout Troop 634 has a candlelight ceremony.